Now I know what you might be thinking, a Thai-inspired knockoff spam stir fry doesn't sound too appetizing, does it? But trust me, it is. And I'm going to show you how to make it using this stuff. It's a pork luncheon meat very similar to spam, but crucially it's cheaper. This can was £2 for 250 grams, whereas your spam is like £2.50, £3 for 200 grams. So it's cheaper and it's just as good as well. So I'm going to show you how to turn it into a delicious stir fry. The whole thing costs £5. You could get it cheaper depending where you shop. So that's like £2.50 a portion. So it's super affordable, it's tasty, and it can be on the table in like 10 minutes once you've done your prep, which is what we're going to do now. You've got to do your mise en place. If you don't, this will like go wrong and you'll just be fed up and chuck it in the bin. Come on, let's go. Now, as always, all the ingredients will be listed in the video description. But look, you know, this is all kind of stuff that's, you know, easily accessible, affordable. You've got it in your cupboards already, you know, in your fridge and stuff. So this is easy stuff to get. There's one ingredient that you might not have, or you might have to go out and buy, and that's fish sauce. If you haven't got fish sauce, you know, you can leave this out. You know, you can just use a bit of extra soy sauce, but it's a good thing to keep in your fridge, right? It lasts ages, but it gives dishes like that savory, umami saltiness, okay? It won't make your dishes taste like fish. It does smell a bit funky though, but don't be put off by it. But if you haven't got it, you can leave it out if you want. But we need to kind of move some of this out of the way so we can do our prep. You go there. And you're going to want 4 of these, 4 average sized spring onions. And I'm just going to take off the outer layer, just because I'm kind of used to doing that. And you know, it can be a bit meh, bit chewy. Just sort of trim off the ends. And I'm going to give them a quick wash. And make sure you get in like the ends, the tubes, right? You know, you can get like mud and goopy bits sometimes in there, so give those a rinse as well. And then just cut those into, what, chunks? Green beans. I've actually got some growing in the garden, but they're not ready yet. It's a bit too early in the season for those. But I'm using these ones. I don't know what's up with them, look. Got some kind of blight on them, I think. So I'm just going to top and tail these. And I'm just going to roughly cut these into bits as well. Bits, pieces, I don't fucking know. Got a couple of green chilies here, which I'm just going to roughly chop nice and fine. There we go. And make sure you wash your hands after handling raw chili. Okay, OG members of this channel will remember the story I told once about an ex-girlfriend and me not washing my hands. I shall say no more. Leave that up to your imagination. Wash your hands thoroughly. Water chestnuts. Just open the can, drain off the water, and they're ready to chuck in. Now I know some people can be a bit funny about water chestnuts. I love them. I think they've got a great texture and they can take on good flavour as well. But if you don't like them, just leave them out. It's fine. It's your dinner, isn't it? Bean sprouts, I'm going to add those to a sieve. I'm throwing some of these on the floor. And I'm going to give these just a quick rinse, right? I don't know, right? After a couple of days with bean sprouts, I get the ick. So I always like to wash them. For some reason, I just don't trust them.
I don't trust something like that.
Right, because they always have a bit of a funky smell after a couple of days. They don't last long, do they? So I'm just giving them a quick little rinse. Add those to your plate. Next, your coriander, stalks and all. Again, this is looking like it's at the end of its life. Pick out any manky bits. That seems all right, to be fair, apart from a few yellow leaves. And the stalks, just pick some of those off. Again, if you're one of those unfortunate people where you have that gene where coriander tastes like soap, you can leave this out. Leave the stalks to one side, and I'm going to take a nice healthy bunch of coriander, just kind of mash it up into a little ball, and then just run your knife through it. I just popped it into a little dish there, ready to go. The stalks, just roughly chop those up, so we're going to add those to our marinade. Next, the spam-ish stuff. Where is it? Let's get it out of this tin. Now, thank you, Tulip, for putting a bloody ring pull on it instead of a sodding key that gets lost. All right, open it up, then just slop this puppy out. She's coming. She's coming. Yes, there we go.
What the hell is even that?
And all I'm going to do with the spam is cut it into thick slabs and then into strips, turn it around and then into cubes. Wedge that in there. Right, so to that we're going to add the soy sauce, a tablespoon of dark soy. The reason I'm using dark soy is because it's less salty, right? Because the fish sauce is salty in itself. About half a tablespoon of fish sauce, and then about a tablespoon of ginger garlic paste. Wedge it in. Then we're going to take our lime and just kind of roll it. This just helps release more juice. And we want about half of this, so Oh, where are you going? Squeeze that in and give everything a good old mix. Okay, until it looks something like that. Okay, it's all nicely evenly coated in that marinade. But that needs to sit to one side whilst we talk about noodles. That's a lot of noodles, isn't it? Now don't panic, you're not going to use a flipping 4 kilogram box of noodles here. All right, but I got this brand off of Amazon, and they're called Lucky Boat. And these are like the gold standard of noodles, especially in your favourite takeaways. 90% of all your good Chinese takeaways are using this brand. You can use any brand of noodles you like, but if you want to get some of these, I'll put an Amazon affiliate link in the description. I do get a kickback from that. This was about 16 quid for a 4 kilogram box. You can get smaller as well. I mean, this is going to last me a while. Again, you don't have to use these. You can use your supermarket ones. But you know, on this channel, I like to put good products in front of you just in case you want them. So, Lucky Boat, get them. And this stir fry is going to be enough for 2 hungry people. So I'm going to get 2 nests out. And we do need to pre-cook these noodles. So I'm going to get myself a pan, fill it with water. You see, 90% of a stir fry is doing all the prep first, because the actual dish itself comes together super quick. So doing your prep, like, it makes your life so much easier. Get onto a hob. I'm going to pop a lid on it to bring it to the boil quicker. Get your hob on and then bring that water to the boil. Right, so once your water's boiling, we're going to get the lid off of that and then drop in your noodles. No salt. Don't need any salt with these. They've got plenty of salt in already. Then bring that back up to the boil and we're going to give these about a minute. You don't want to cook them too long because then they become like sticky and stodgy and overcooked. Okay, then after about a minute, we're going to take them off the heat and then pass them through a sieve and then run them under cold water straight away. This stops the cooking process, but what it also does is help remove some of that excess starch, because that's why your noodles stick together when you cook them. You get all like a big clumpy mess. It's because you've not washed off that excess starch. Just give them a bit of a shake, let all the excess water drain off, and they're ready to go. And like I said before, right, this stir fry comes together super quick, so get everything that you need like next to you, next to hand. Next to hand? Next to your wok, next to your cooker. I don't know. Okay, right, get your wok. There we are. If you don't have a wok, don't worry, just use a large frying pan, it's fine. The good thing about a wok is they concentrate the heat into that small area so they get hotter quicker. I'm gonna add about 1.5 tablespoons of oil and get that onto its max setting. It's probably a good idea to open a kitchen window, put your extractor on, all that kind of jazz. Right, so that's getting nice and hot. So what I'm gonna do is go straight in with my green beans. Whoa, see, I told you. Oh, there's some bean sprouts in there as well, never mind.
Calm down.
The spring onions. Right. Jesus Christ. The water chestnuts. Okay, hopefully you can hear me. Get those moving around. Give those a couple of minutes. Keep it moving. Then after about a minute, we're going to go in with our marinated luncheon meat #spam stuff. Okay, I'm going to rinse that with a little bit of water to get all that marinade in. Again, it's important to keep it moving so, you know, nothing burns on the bottom. And I'm also going to add a little pinch of sugar because we've got acid in there, we've got saltiness, so we're just going to balance it out with some sugar. Just like about 1 teaspoon is going to be enough, just to kind of add that little bit of sweetness. And next we're going to add the noodles, but you can see, look, how they've all kind of stayed separate, not in one big clump. Okay, you've got to wash the starch off, so in they go. Again, toss everything through. Next, the bean sprouts and also that chilli. I've got the rest of that lime, so I'm going to squeeze that in. Some of that coriander, I'm going to save some for garnish. And of course, it wouldn't be right if we didn't add any of our disco salt. So probably like 1/2 teaspoon is enough. Get it in there. Don't be scared of flavour. Okay, I'm going to serve up a nice, generous portion. A little on there. I'm obviously going to make it look all nice and all fancy for the thumbnail. You can just wedge it in your gob as is. And there you have a budget busting Thai inspired stir fry, £2.50 a portion, and it tastes absolutely banging. So there we go, there's another budget busting recipe on the channel for you, showing you that spam doesn't have to be boring. You can chuck in something like this, it's going to be tasty, cheap, and it can be on the table in under 10 minutes. Because most of it was just prep, wasn't it? But anyway, I shall love and leave it. I'm going to finish the rest of that. But quickly before I go, if you want to support this channel even further, I've now opened up memberships as an option on the channel. There's a monthly fee, and for that you get extra perks. So you can get to see my videos before everybody else, member-only polls, custom loyalty badges next to your name, custom emojis that you can use in the comments and in live chats when I do them. So if you want to help support this channel, click the join button below. But if you don't want to become a member, don't worry, because nothing changes for you. Okay, you still get to watch my videos for free. It's just another way to help support this channel. But anyway, I shall love and leave you, let you get on with your day, and I'll see your gorgeous faces next time. Ta-ra for now.